So looking at it, it looks like most of the damage has sort of done this side, pushed the wheel back, damaged the bonnet, hasn't touched the screen, hasn't even done that headlight, well just the bottom of the headlight. So I don't think it's had a major front, so I'm hoping to keep the front panel probably okay, crash bar's probably okay. It's going to need a new condenser in it, but that's just down to old age. Hold on, Bab. Shh, shh. Wait. But it has caught here and up there. So I think he went through a gap, which wasn't quite big enough. It's not really a front end. Hey! So, hopefully, we should get that off. It should just be bolt-on parts. Right, let's get that done then. Okie dokie, so we got, the wing was already ripped off, got the bonnet off, got the headlights out, got the top of the bumper off. All this side of it actually looks pretty good, so all that'll be alright. It's still holding water, so it hasn't gone back that far. The issue we've got, the only issue, is just this little bit of end of the chassis. It's just kinked round, just a tad, and that holds that front panel on, so it won't quite be in line. I mean, that front panel is literally just the end part, which is just not round. When I've got the front panel, in fact, I think that is just a top panel. That's literally, yeah, that is just a top panel. So I will end up changing that. So it's literally just pulling or pushing just that round to get that back in line. And then, yeah, apart from that, and straightening this, that will straighten by the time you undo it. It's only two thin bits of metal just to get the wing in line, same as this. Yeah, I mean, you can put new ones on, but it literally keeps the wing in line. Wings don't do anything anymore. So yeah, apart from that, that's what'll be good. Got to take the scuttle out because I want to change the shock. I think the shock's bent. I only put the hub on there just to get it rolling. So not a bad afternoon on it. I've got it running properly. Know the engine's good now. It's holding water. It's running right. Engine codes are cleared. Transmission codes are cleared. So right, when we get back, we'll strip that wheel off, this wheel off, get all the panels out, and then yeah, start build. Well, I suppose get the. I may do the subframe here. I'll see when I jack it up. I'll see how high it goes up. See how much room we've got around it. We've got subframe, front shocker, then panel it up. So let's see how we go. And yeah, I'll let you know when we get some more parts here. Go. Okay, guys, we're back on the Connect. We're going to spend some time on that this weekend. So last thing we've got to do is take off this wing. So we're going to take the shit shield out from the inside. Okay, let's pause. Take the undershield out, get the wheels off, get it up. I am going to strip the subframe on it because the subframe's bent. I've got one of them. And refit a new strut on the other side. In fact, I must put it forward. The strut is in the back of it before I jack it up, stick it on axle stands, can't get the part out. So yeah, let's get that stripped out then, and yeah, I'll get the time lapse on the go. Go! Is that all right, Chloe? Yeah. You gonna watch? You gonna help? Wave? You gonna wave in a minute? Sweets first, yeah? Cool. Chloe, say cool. Oh, say again. Go. There you go. Both sides jacked up and pull that wheel off. Got this wing off. Got the arch out, got the wing off. So the next thing we've got to do is get the subframe off. Oh, I'm getting old. So subframe looked fairly small. I bought one. Just clamp at the back, cut the bolts at the back, cut the bolts up here. Yeah, them ones there. But it has got the steering rack attached to it, which is bolted downwards. So I don't know. Obviously got an engine mount, got to get off. I don't know whether to just break the bottom ball joints, drop it down, drop the, maybe drop the steering rack with it, then unbolt it. Because I think trying to undo 3 of them bolts down the back of the engine would be a struggle. So I think we'll get the engine mount off, bottom ball joint's broken, and drop it down. In fact, it's got anti-roll bar on there as well. So yeah, it's worth spending 10 minutes undoing these like drop links and stuff. And then yeah, drop it down, change the rest on the floor, and then build it back up. So let's get into that. Okay, so there's no real quick and easy way of doing it. Just cracked off the big bolts under there. It's going to be engine mount, it's going to be bottom arms, so you're not going to want to watch me do all that. So I'll get a load of bits cracked out, and then yeah, you can see what's sort of going on once it's new enough down on the floor. So I was going to do a time lapse, but I think it's going to be so long. It's going to be doing bit by bit. Yeah, I'll show you when it's down. So guys, we're not going to drop the steering rack off the subframe. We're going to take it down with it. As you can see in there, you literally take 110mm out, and that shaft's going to drop away and drop out. Just make sure you know your wheels are straight, which you can sort of see there, and your steering wheel's locked in a straight position. So when it goes back up, it hasn't been spun like 180 degrees, so you know where it is when you took it off, you know where it is when it goes back on. It can only go one position, but it can go not 180, 360. So, and that will throw all your steering angle sensor and everything out. So yeah, lock it all up, 110mm out, that's going to drop away. Christy, show you what we've got going on. We've sort of got it there, I suppose. All we've got is engine mount, that's undone, bottom arm's done, drop links, track rod ends, both sides. The only one we're struggling with, being on my own, is trying to get that bottom ball joint out. Can't wiggle it, it's moving, but once the subframe comes down, that should be the last thing it's hanging on. Give it a little tap and it'll fall down the floor. So I've undone the steering rack from inside, so that should drop away nicely. Should drop away from here. You've got an exhaust mount, which we've undone them. The main mounts at the back, they're undone, so there's not a lot holding it back in now. So the only things we've got is either side, we've got these 2 bolts up here, one this side, one that side. It's going to get a jack underneath it, hold it up, undo the bolts, lower it down gently, knock this arm out. She should be on the floor. So let's get a time lapse on the go. You can laugh at me while I'm doing it. start lowering it down.
Is that the car?
It is the car. Don't out of the way, camera, darling. Good job. Oh. Look, Chloe. You see under there? You see it's all moving? Okay. Ah. What I didn't think about is the electrics on the rack. Right, so we've got electrics on the rack I'm going to have to undo. Completely forgot about that, but while it's hanging a little bit, let's see if we can get this bottom arm knocked down a tad. Ugh. I've got a big bar, it's just locking for some reason. There we go. So it looks like everything's okay, apart from the rack. Just going to have a quick look around there. So the rack's coming down with it, and there's the wiring. It looks like. So look in there. Yeah, so I've got no pipes or anything, so it's just electronic. There should be enough give on that to let it go all the way down, and undo it when it's on the floor. Right, let's keep an eye on that. Yeah, let me get this on the floor and we'll get a cake. Okay? We'll have a cup of tea and a cake.
Yeah.
Go on then. Go sit there then.
And a cookie.
And a cookie?
Yeah.
Okay, sit down then. We always celebrate. Look. Yep, sit there then. Watch this. Once this is down, cup of tea and a cake, yeah? What do you think? Whoa! 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 And wire's doing okay? Yep. Rusty, what do we think? Is it all out?
Yeah.
Yeah, good job. Knuckles?
Yeah. Oh, you have to clean your hands first if you do your cup of tea.
Yeah. Alright, so that's the subframe
Are
down.
you nearly done?
Yep, 2 seconds.
Yay.
Right, subframe down. We'll undo them wires, drag it out. All we've got to do is swap the steering rack across and the roll bar, both bottom arms. So that bottom arm I've already changed, as you see in the last video, just to get it in the workshop. That side was okay, so drop them off, get that stripped out, get the new subframe in. So, but little one wants a cup of tea and cookies, yeah? Yeah?
I want to say hi.
Oh, so go on then. Say hello. Right. Cup of tea and cake? Cup of tea and cookies, yeah? Come on then.
And a cake.
No, we'll have a look. Okay. Right, see where I dragged it out. Right, there we go. We've dragged it out under the steering rack, pulled it forward. That's all alright. This is the new one we're going to put in there. As you can see, this part is straight. So there's that one. This one's straight. That one's done a kink. So the whack has gone in that arm and bent all the subframe round. So what we're going to do quickly while this is all on its own without no gubbins on it, stick it up in the hole, make sure the bolts line up, make sure it hasn't tweaked anything on the chassis, and then it'll be worth swapping all the bits over. I think what I'll do is just put the steering rack on it and the anti-roll bar, keep it nice and light, stick the arms on afterwards. You know, they can be done quite quickly. And yeah, save all the mucking about. So let's get it in there, make sure it all lines up, and then we'll start getting it back together. The only thing I can see what's different is this one. It's got these little extra brackets on. Not sure what they're for. If it's the other way around and they didn't have the brackets on, that could be an issue. But this is out of an auto, this is out of a manual. But I can't see there being any sort of difference on it. But yeah, who knows? So right, let's get it up in there. Yeah, no issues. We've got it up there. These bolts have all just gone straight in by hand. No movement, it's gone exactly the same place. So yeah, exactly the same over the other side. So yeah, no movement at all, so we can drop that down. Now we're going to be able to get it straight back up there without any sort of hassle. Get it back on its wheels. Christy. Oh, so we've got those strips off. Hold on, bent one, and new one. No, it wasn't that. Bent one, new one. So you can see there, that's it, sort of 90. How it ain't. So, right, let's get that one built back up. All the bits over there, stick it on there, back up in the arm, job's a carrot. There we go, she's all built back up, everything's on. I was going to leave the arms off and put them on afterwards to make it a bit easier, but if you tighten up the arms when they're on the car with the suspension dropped down, as soon as you let the car up, it's already under tension, and then it's going up under more tension when it's going over bumps. So if you can sort of have it how it's meant to be, tighten them up in that position, nice and flat. You'll have to push them down to get them into the bottom of the bottom ball joint. And then yeah, when you let the car down, it should be in a natural sort of position, just to flex up and down with suspension. Saves ripping all the bearings out, bushes out. So yeah, so both of them are nice and flat. So right, let's get it under there, get it back up into the car, line it up, and get the wheels back on. Okay, well, she's in there.
Hey.
So, not you, Bubba.
Hey.
So I managed to get all 4 bolts in. One there, and the same the other side. So they're all loose at the moment. It does wiggle. What I did see, I assume there's a way of lining up this subframe, make sure it's in the right position. There is a hole here and a hole up above it. So I assume you want to have a pin in there, pin in the other side to make sure it's all okay. So I try and get something to make sure they are bang on. Just make it a bit easier for tracking. But apart from getting caught on the on that, it did go up nicely. Got caught on now, I had to lower it back down. I readjust the jack a couple of times, had to get a lip in, won't we? But we're in there. Let's get it bolted up, and then yeah, we start on panel work now. No suspension's all good. So, cool. Thanks, Bob. Okay. Good. Right, so we haven't got a subframe liner, but we have got 14mm. 1/2 inch snap-on deep socket. Other sockets are available. Go straight up in nice and tight. Literally straight in the hole. No mucking about. Done the same the other side. It's not rattling. Side to side it is, but backwards and forwards. And yeah. Go straight up in. No mucking about. So do the same the other side. Also the marks off a new old bush, pretty well lined up, so it gets it close enough to drive. We'll see how four-wheel tracking done on it, and then just make sure everything's good in it. And that can be tweaked while it's up on a ramp, but all right, let's get it bolted up then. All right, so it's all back on. Got everything on this side. It's all bolted up underneath, subframe, the steering rack, everything. And from this side is a trap rod end and a drop link. I was going to put it back on its wheels, but I think paneling it up, do the wings, still got to do this. I think it might be better at this sort of height. So we'll leave it like that, tidy all the tools up. But unfortunately, it's Sunday morning. The little one wants to go for breakfast. Where do you want to go for breakfast? Chloe?
Weatherspoons.
Where?
Weatherspoons.
Seriously?
And I want to go to the My Little Pony shop.
You're going to look for My Little Ponies, do we?
And if we don't find some My Little Ponies, we just go to another shop.
Okay, so you want a toy and breakfast, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, let's go, yeah? Say bye.